Good afternoon to all of you. This is Fedena support, and today we are going to know more about the finance module in detail. So we would be muting your microphones right now, and we will be starting up with all your queries regarding this finance module once this webinar has been finished up. So let's start up with the finance module. So this module can be used up directly from the finance icon up from here. You can even go to your quick links to use the finance module, and the administration even to access the finance module. So let's start up with the finance homepage. The sole part of finance lies in the fees. Fees is the place where we manage all the fees of our students. We start with the fees of the students, where the fees can first of all created, the master fees along with the additional fees. The discounts are managed up here. The fee fines are being managed up here, and then we go to the schedule fee collection. So first of all, the fees are created, then we go to the schedule fee collection and then collect the fees. And in case some of the students have not paid the fees, we can go to the fee defaulters, check upon the list of all the students who haven't paid a particular fee. Then we have fee refund, fee imports, and instant fees. Now let's go in detail to each of these links. On clicking create fees, we come across this page which says create category, create particulars, and so on. So first of all, we need to create a category, the master category. Let us suppose a master category is to be named as master category 1. You can opt to give a description so that will be available for your later period, and then you need to select upon that this master category is to be reflected upon which all batches. So to select upon all the batches and then save it. So basically, whenever we create master category for some of our batches, we create an empty template, and in that empty template we stuff this empty template with some of the particulars. To stuff particulars into it, just click upon create particulars, type the name of the particular. Let us say the name of the first particular would be tuition fees, and a description, and this tuition fees is to be affected to all the persons. So this master category is the link that I will be having up here, and I have said that UKGB is the one which will be affected for this master category. Along while while creating the particulars, we have the facility to select upon whether the particulars are to be reflected for everyone who is selected, for every batch who is selected up here as a whole, or it is the special students whose admission number are available with us. We can now write this admission number of the students, and then get the student category to which this particulars can be created. So this type of a description here, and on clicking the amount here, you will be able to put some amount for this particular. And then on hitting the create button, you will be able to create tuition fees for all the students. And again, this, as I said, that this particulars can be created for a special bunch of student. So you have categorized this special bunch of students into a special category. Let us say the NRA students are the one who has to take care of this extra particular fees. So the NRA students, if the NRA students are to pay extra fees, so we can just click upon this admission number, and then on clicking admission number, we will be getting a box up here. So you need to type the admission number of those students who are supposed to pay an extra amount, being if they are from another category, and so on. So moreover, we have the student category, so that only the specialized students will be getting, only the a specific bunch of students who are categorized into some category like local and hostelers, they would be getting this particular. So this is how we can create particulars. Now after creating particulars like tuition fees, sports fees, lab fees, computer fees, and so on, you can move upon to create discounts for the fees as a whole. So now again, when it comes to discount, we have the discount creation in 3 types. The discount can be created in each of these ways. The first way is the batch, the whole batch will be getting the discount if you choose this option. The student category, so you can select upon a selected student category who will be getting the discount, and then we have the student. So just upon clicking upon the student, you will be able to type the admission number to which this discount is to be affected here, and then typing upon the discount with the percentage and amount, you will be able to make some special discounts for your students. Moreover, you want to view all the discounts at some point of time, you can just click upon view discount, select the batch in which the discount is to be applied, in which you are searching discount for, and the fee category to which the discount is available. So if you have some discounts for this, you will be getting discounts, otherwise it would show a flash message which says sorry, no discounts found. So this is the way. This was all about creation of the fees. Now let's move upon the creation of fines and so on. So in generate fine, as this is a new feature which has been launched up in Fedena 3.2, we have created a fine list. So here you will be able to create some fine rules. So fine rules in the sense, like if you are making some fine, and if you are making a due date, and if you are asking all the students to pay a money on a particular due date, so after the due date has passed, you can make a special rule on under which the students will be asked to pay some extra amount of money based upon the date, based upon the delay that they have been doing. So let us say that if a student goes as per this current rule set, if a student who is who is going to pay the fees after 1 day has to pay 25% extra. Similarly, the student who is paying the fees after the due date of 2 days, he or she will be asked to pay 50% extra. So this is what the fine slabs creation is all about. So after this creation of fine slabs, we will actually see how these fine slabs can be implemented. So we have this schedule fee collection here. Once the part of creation of all the fees has been finished, now we can move up onto the scheduling of the fees. Scheduling of the fees would mean that we are asking our students to tell that on which date a particular fees has to be paid up. So let's click upon create fee collection. You can select a category up here. Any of the fee category that we have created. Let us say we will be going for master category 1. You can select the batch to which this fees has to be created for, and then name the fee collection. Let us say that the fee collection is February and collection, and then the fine category, fine rule 1 being the one. So if the due date has been exceeded, so purposefully I am putting a back due date here so that we will be able to see how the fine can actually work here. So we can create a fine collection date here. This is the way how a fine collection date can be created, where we enter the fee category, the category in which the particulars has been fitted up, and then we need to name the fee collection name. Let us name it as February and collection, and then select the fine rule set. Then start up with the start date, end date, and due date. After having finished all this, you can select upon to which batch this is to be affected. So you can get the list of all the batches up here, and then on hitting the create button, your fee collections will be created for the desired batches. So meanwhile, we have the scheduled job kind of thing. So whenever we have some heavy data transfers into most of the jobs are termed under the scheduled jobs. So as you can see that this particular thing is right now in a scheduled job. So once this thing goes from in queue to the status of running status, the fee collections will be created. Meanwhile, we can have a look upon all the fee collections date created from the view link up from the schedule fee collection link. So on clicking view, you will be able to see a drop down where we are asked the batch and on selecting the batch we will be able to get all the fee collections that are there for that particular batch. So this is all about the fees collection. Now let's collect the fees from the students. So to collect the fees, you can click upon fee submission by course. You can select a batch here, and then the fee collection date. And then if there are any students in this particular assigned, if there are student assigned for this particular fee, they will be listed up. So fee submission can also be done by choosing the select a batch from here, and then you will be seeing all the students under this particular batch. So to pay fees, you need to go to the particular student and pay the fees. So this is how the fees can be paid. As you can see right now that Munmun is the student whose fees has not been paid right now. So moreover, the due date has been exceeded, so you will be able to see what all particulars are there, and then on clicking add fine, you can add the fine. Apart from the fine that we have added up there, you can add some more fine here for the students. This is how the fees collection works up. Moreover, the other option to submit the fees of student is to go to this fee submission for each student link. There you need to type the student name, and then you need to select the fee collection, and here is a link where how the fees can be paid up. So this is how the fees can be paid for the student. Next is the fee structure, where we will be able to see the fee structure of all the students by just selecting the type from here, and then clicking upon the student name, you will be able to see the fee collection of each of the students. Then we have something called the fee defaulters. In fee defaulters, as I said, you will be able to get the list of all the students who have not paid a particular fee from the fee collection date. So this is a list of all the students who have not paid a fee as per this year start fee collection date. Now there comes the latest feature that we have included in Fedena 3.2, fees refund. So fees refund is a place where the students will be able to get a refund. So basically what happens is, in some of our institutions we make some fee collections, and then when after the student has paid some amount of money, they might ask you for a refund, and again the reasons can be some like if the student is leaving the institution, or there might be some other reasons, in which cases the student will be asked for a refund. So to deal with such a scenario, we have come up with a fees refund feature, where you need to create first of all a refund rule, and this refund rule is to be associated with a particular fee collection. You can type the refund name, the refund validity, and the refund percentage. So a percentage of amount can be refunded to his account. Then we have this view refunds, where you will be able to view all the refunds done till date, and then apply refund is a place where the refund can actually be done. So if a student has paid the fees, just type the name of the student there, and then you will be able to refund the fees for the student. Then comes the fee imports. So fee imports is a place where you will be able to assign different fees for a student. So here you get the list of all the students and all the fee collections up here. So if you want to assign Munmun, the only fee collection that's year date, so you can just check upon year start, and then on assigning, Munmun will only be available in the defaulters list of year start if he or she has not paid the money for this particular fee collection date. So this way you can assign all the fee collections to the required number of students. Then we have the instant fees. Instant fees is the place which is where you will be able to manage some instant fees, which may include some funding from the students, or some scholarships from the students. So this is the way we'll be putting more emphasis in the instant fees in the query round. So this is all about the fees thing. Now let's go to the category. So the fees can be used up. This is how we can manage our fees. We can create fees. We can schedule the fee collection dates. We can submit the fees. And now let's go to the category part, where the categories can be managed efficiently. So category is basically the finance category that we have been talking about here. So we need to create a finance category here and specify whether this comes under income or whether this comes under expense. So if this comes under income, you need to check upon this, type the name of the category and a description or two, and on hitting the create button, a new category will be created. Then once we're done with the category, we need to go to the transactions part. In transactions, you need to add the expenses, you need to add some income, and then the reverted transactions can be seen here in this finance transactions. So let's add an expense first of all. You can type the name of the title. So here is the place. This is the place where you will be able to add or record all your expenses. So you can type the title of the expense, the amount, and then the category, whether this comes under inventory or cat1 and so on. So some of the expenses that we have created are will be available from the category up here. So these are the things that we have been creating from the user side, and moreover you'll also be able to see all the expenses done till date by using this expenses link from here. So this is the list of all the expenses done in this particular instance from the date that I have entered to till today. So that's all about the expenses. The incomes works in a very similar fashion. So here we add some income, select the category, and then and you can even see the incomes up here. So having recorded all the incomes and expenditures, now if you want to see all the reverted transactions. So as I said that in this Fedena 3.0 we had this reverted transactions part. In reverted transactions you'll be able to see all the transactions that has been reverted from one time to another. So you can just select upon date here and then the start date, and on selecting this you'll be able to get any reverted transactions if it has been done. Moreover, we have this advanced button here where you will be able to search all the reverted transactions done in this instance. So that's all about the transactions part. So now let's move to the donations. So donations is the place where you will be able to record all your donations. You can type the donor name, the description, and the amount that is donated, and then you can even get the list of all the donors by clicking upon the donors link. Further information about each of the donors can be retrieved by selecting upon the name of them, and here you can even get the receipt of that particular donor's transaction. Then with this automatic transactions, in automatic transactions, this is a place where you will be able to make some transactions automatically for all the categories created. Like let us say we have this donation, and I've created something called donation 5%. This would mean that every time a donation is made, if I want that a 5% is to be deducted, so this way, if I make some kind of rules up here, every time for every donation 5% will be deducted and only 95% would be recorded as an income. So this is quite handy in places where in some of the regions you have this cess going up for each of these transactions done. And let us say whenever there is a business run by the school, and in the particular business you have to give 5% of money, or you have to to the government as a tax, something like that. So here is the place where the auto transactions comes into play. Then we have this payslip here. So payslip is generally a two-way process where the person who's in charge of HR has to apply for a payslip, and then the person who's in charge of finance has to approve it from here. So you can click the view payslip here to select upon the payslips of all the departments, and clicking view you will be able to see all the payslips made for this particular month. So for this particular month, in this instance, we have only one employee's payslip. You can even view the payslip, and you can approve or reject the payslip. So all the rejected payslips will be found in the rejected payslips link from the HR module. So again, this one-click pay approve payslip helps you to approve the payslip all at a once for a particular month. So if you have all the departments done, and then if you want to approve the payslip for all the persons in the department, so just select the month here, and then I'm selecting approve. All the employees whose payslip has been made will be approved up from the approve link from here. So this was all about the payslips. Now let's go to the next part of the finance, where we have the finance reports. So finance report is the place where you will be able to get some reports of all the transactions made till date. So we have these two kinds of report here. The first report asks you to select a date. So on selecting that particular date till today, you will be able to get all the transactions made from this start date to this end date. Moreover, this thing is not only a statistical data, moreover you will be able to get a graphical report of this transaction also. So as you can see that these are the expenses and these are the incomes for the said period. So you'll be able to get the list of all the transactions made from here. Moreover, the next part of finance report has the compare transactions, where you will be able to get the statistical and the graphical comparison of the financial transactions of two different periods. So you can just type the start date and end it, and there you'll be able to get the correct report for the required period. So that completes the finance reports. Now let's go to the asset liability management. Asset liability management is nothing but a place where you'll be able to manage all your assets. So let us say your assets are something like your bank balance and so on. So you'll be able to manage all your assets up here, and in liability you'll be able to see all the liabilities here. So assets liability management is just like adding some more assets and viewing it from it end. So this is all about how the finance report works up. Moreover, apart from all of this, we have something called Tally Export. Tally Export is actually a different plugin where once installed, you will be asked to do some kind of settings with that, and then once these kind of settings are done, you will be able to copy all your data from Fedena to your Tally account. So provided the condition, that is how the settings are done, and it is available, and that place where the Tally is hosted must be available for this instance. Moreover, we have the option of making a live sync or a scheduled sync also. So that's all about the finance module in detail. So now let's move upon to the query round.